So I, use drugs off and on. And honestly, I still say touring was the only thing that kept me alive, because I would do drugs. I was a meth addict, and I would sober up just long enough to go, because I knew I'd go on tour and I didn't want to be sick on tour. So I would stop using like 2-3 weeks before tour so I could get healthy and get myself. And then tour, I'd be clean all tour. I had no problems. And I'd come home. And then within 2 weeks of being home, I would go back out and use again. So I'm literally only alive, A, by the grace of God, two, by the fact that I had something to intervene with my use, because I was always on tour. I never would do these year-long benders. I could only maybe do a couple weeks, couple months, because then I had to sober up for tour. And speaking to a bunch of other friends, my buddy Sonny, who I played in Ugly Kid Joe with, Sonny Mayo, he had a very similar story where he would sober up for tour. I think that's the thing for a lot of musicians. People still ask me, they're like, wasn't it hard to stay clean and sober on the road? And I'm like, honestly, for me, it wasn't, because I was so satisfied with what I was doing. Like, I didn't need the drugs and I didn't want to be sick because I wanted to be capable. It was when I came home and I had time and a little bit of extra money, and people were yelling my name and asking for autographs. Like, I had a girlfriend that was like barking at me, and I had to like pay bills, and I was a human, and I didn't know how to deal with that. I was living in like the myth that is, rock stardom kind of thing, which is a myth,
Yeah.
Because we're all just people. That's really it.
Exactly.
That I couldn't handle it. And so, doing those tours actually helped sustain me, I think, because I have type 1 diabetes. I probably would have gotten sick and died partway along the way,